Yeah.
Can you death stare me? Roll your eyes.
Wait.
Watch this for a second.
Perfect. Hey guys, how are ya? Look at you guys. Hello, Mary. What a great rock and roll band you guys are. Look at you. In your cool compound with Nirvana posters and just looking cool. Everyone else is looking miserable, you know, gaining weight, making breads. And you guys are just looking cool, man. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, I think too. You guys are awesome.
We love it. We love it. So, of course, you know, guitarist, you know, Helena Straight, and also vocalist, Mikaela Oppenheimer, bassist. You guys were the original members. And then, of course, Stella Who completed this great tripod of talent that we guys have here. You guys released a heck of an album, Ginger. Absolute rocker, by the way, guys. Absolute rocker of an album. Just, you know, takes you back to all those posters you guys have, early 90s, the grunge stuff. So, you know, just great stuff, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, before we get to the album and the genesis of you guys a little bit, because you guys are fascinating, you know, you were playing the Slipper Room for the record release show, I think, you know, a year ago or so. You know, Quarters of Change and Clara Joy were on the bill. It almost seems like from another time, right? How will you look at this year? Like, what's happened since then for you guys as a band?
Since the Slipper Room?
Yeah.
It's been hard. Like, are you talking about what we've been doing in quarantine and stuff?
Yeah, all of it. All of it.
So it's been really tough. Obviously, like the circumstances of COVID are really hard on any band right now.
Yeah.
We've just been trying to like practice as much as we can with the three of us and write new songs. And we've written a bunch of new material. Like we have probably 15 new songs since Ginger. And
That's great.
we recently went into the studio with Bryce Goggin to record a few songs, and we have those. And honestly, right now we're just trying to like shop those around and see what we can do to get these songs released. But yeah, in the meantime, just doing that. We've also done a few shows, like outdoor shows during COVID, which has been great, and they've been like socially distanced as well as they can be. And you know, but that's going to come to an end probably because of the colder weather, and the COVID rates are rising again, which is a bummer. But yeah, we've been doing what we can.
Absolutely. I did want to ask you about that, right? Because you played Tompkins Park, not too recent, among other parks. How was that like? Like, you know, did it feel weird? Did it feel exciting? Was the people into it? How did you guys feel playing these shows?
It was really exciting because we had a lot of like strangers watching us, which doesn't usually happen.
Right.
Just like stopping by, and we had a lot of our friends there.
That's great.
It was cool to have like bystanders, just like people in the park that would just stumble upon us playing. Like usually when we would play before, like in venues, it would just be all people that were coming to see us. So since a bunch of random people,
people were really excited though because there's no live music.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you guys have a passionate fan base, which is great. So one of our friends of our show is big fans of you guys, High Waisted. Jonah Bernstein, and they love you guys. So we trust their taste, and they were right. You guys are awesome. So good to know. Um, let's talk a little bit about the genesis of your band, if that's all right, guys, and then kind of move our way forward, if that's cool. You've talked about this like every interview, but it's just a great story. Helena and Mikaela, you guys have been making music and writing songs since you were like 13 years old, right? How did you guys meet?
School.
We went to middle school together.
We were in advising together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And like, what do you guys remember? Like, you guys were into the arts, like what were some of the memories you have of clicking together?
I played bass in the school jazz band,
yeah.
and she played viola in the school orchestra.
That's not how.
No, but that's where our musical.
Gotcha. Same. Yeah. Are you guys the same age, or was one older than the other?
We're the same age.
Perfect. I love it. And Stella, before we get to you, what were you doing at 13, Stella?
Oh my God. What was I doing at 13? I wasn't even into music yet, really. I mean, my mom's a drummer, so I've always had like music in my life. But I never really got into it until later, like late high school, honestly. So I when I met Helena and Mikaela, I mean, I was 18 and they were 15. And so I was just like really impressed with how advanced they were. Like, I felt like we were in the same boat musically, even though I felt like older,
Yeah. That matters. That matters a lot. Absolutely. So of course, Helena and Mikaela, they create a band, and then that infamous night where they go to this music lineup of all female acts, and they don't play because they don't have a drummer. That's what the legend says, at least on the streets. Helena, Mikaela, first of all, tell us a little bit about that night. Were you guys frustrated, and then like, how did the option to play with Stella come about? Like, who recommended her to you guys?
We did play that show. We didn't have
With
a drummer.
Stella.
We didn't have a drummer at the time. Like, when we were invited to play the show, we didn't have a drummer.
Yeah.
And we were having my brother do it, but he's a guy, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So we told the coordinator that we didn't have a drummer, and she just like gave us Stella's.
I don't know how she knew Stella.
Because I knew the coordinator asked them separately to play the show. They didn't have a drummer, and then the same coordinator asked me, and I didn't have a band that was all female. So then we both said no. Like, they said no and I said no, and then the coordinator said, well, you guys need a drummer, she needs a band, why don't you guys just get together?
Amazing. Like matchmaking. I love it.
We just played 2 times and we just played the show.
That's great. That's great. And the show went great. You guys obviously had amazing chemistry.
Yeah.
From the second we practiced, like, I hate to sound cheesy.
I wasn't there the first practice.
Mikaela was not there the first practice, but I think the second and third practice she was there. I was just like, these girls like rock. Like, this is.
I had no pedals, I had one distortion pedal in those, and I didn't really know how to use anything. But
Nice. So Helena, when did you realize, man, like, Stella, this chick is cool. Like, this can be something like for real.
She texted me the first practice they had.
Wow.
And she said, this chick is cool.
We played with a bunch of different, not a bunch, we played with like 3 different drummers.
Yeah.
And it was never
And
never a cool trick.
Yeah.
Till Stella.
That's great, guys. That's great. All right, let's get to the music a little bit, because I could talk for hours about the start of your band. It's great. Okay, listening to Ginger, guys, you guys avoid, that sort of. I love the sound of you guys because you avoid, the Pro Tools kind of like. I'm sure you're using technology, but it sounds raw. The tricks are all over music today. The synth, there's nothing of that in there. You guys keep the rock and roll pure, in a sense, 2020 style. You can say, I can mention Say It, I can mention Covered, I can mention A Letter. It's just all over the place. But it's fantastic. How did you guys accomplish that? Like, today with all these tools, was it tempting to just go into the easy box and just pull something out in there?
We always we want to sound raw, like, in recordings, so that our live performance isn't like a letdown. Yeah. And just because there's a very few like raw recordings of like rock bands these days.
Yeah.
Right.
we didn't want to slip into that like hole. I feel like also a lot of the bands that we respect and listen to are all like raw, don't use a click even, like are very just live sounding bands. Like, I mean, Nirvana is a great example, like the Steve Albini technique of just like hit record and play, and then that's what you sound like. What you sound like is what you sound like.
Yeah.
So, and we knew that we wanted that from the start. And we've actually had like just a few instances where we're like, oh, shoot, we should sound more raw than this recording sounds, or we don't want to use a click, or we've actually had to say no to some of that sort of trying to make us fit into that hole.
I love it.
So yeah, it's always
Keep saying no. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Mikaela, I want to ask you guys, I want to ask you something, Mikaela, because in all the photos of you guys, all the footage of you guys in the studio, all the video of you guys performing live, it seems like you guys have a great time. Like you're having a great time all the time. How is the vibe between the three of you in the studio? Are you guys perfectionists? Is it like, 50 takes for vocals? What's the energy like? Because it just seems like you guys have, like, I want to hang out with you guys. The world wants to hang out with you guys,
No, I think that's definitely true. It's always pretty fun, and we're never like, even though we care about it, we're never like serious to a point where it's like feels like a business and not like hanging out with your friends and doing something you want to do.
Yeah, it definitely always feels like, I don't know, I feel like the three of us, we've just spent so much time together, especially over quarantine, like, and just literally not seeing anyone else. I feel like are constantly like, I don't know, like it's just funny. Like it's just funny. It's just funny most of the time. But I feel like, I don't know.
There's very rarely like tension when it comes to anything.
That's good.
And that's what I was gonna say. We like always agree musically, which is so weird and like rare. But like I feel like when I don't like something, like usually they don't like it either, which is
that helps.
Like, yeah.
You want to talk about recording though? Like he was asking about like in the studio and perfectionist stuff and whatnot, like vocal takes and.
I want to talk about that.
I mean, well, I guess like.
Well, now you have to talk about it.
That can work. I don't know. I feel like something I've realized about us is we're pretty consistent with how we play a song. Like it's rarely like the takes that we get are pretty similar to one another. There'll be slight variation in them, but usually by the time we're recording a song, like we've figured out exactly how it goes. Usually we just record live in the room, and that'll take maximum probably 5 or 6 takes.
Okay.
And then the vocals, and then we just overdub vocals and guitar. And actually for one of the songs we recently recorded, we did some bass overdubs, which was
it sounds good.
which was fun. But yeah, it's usually pretty quick and easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're like crazy perfectionists either.
Yeah, Mikaela's probably the most perfectionist though out of all of us.
Who are you?
No, I think Mikaela.
See, now we created conflict. I'm sorry, guys.
Great.
Oh, guys, that's awesome. Have you guys envisioned when we are allowed to go back on stage, hopefully, knock on wood, next year, as soon as possible, whenever, what your live shows are going to look like? Like, man, are you guys like, fireworks, confetti, take it to the next level,
I think they'll probably be pretty epic because we've gained a good like following, I feel like, over quarantine, because we've been like posted on Grunge Bible, which is like a huge music Instagram account. We got a lot of fans from that.
Yeah.
Really badly. Also.
So badly. I just got a car recently, and literally just for the sake of being able to tour, which I don't even know when but like, I don't know. I feel like we just want to play. It could even be like the worst show ever. Just like a show, just anything at this point.
No, I love it. But you know what? Like, there's a sense. I've noticed there's like your fans are growing. They're increasing. There's like an expectation now. Like you guys this year have increased your fan base. It's obvious, and people have really gotten into you guys. They've gotten to know you guys, and vice versa with all the stuff you've done online. It's been really great to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, guys, you guys have been so generous with your time. Is it true that you may play a little tune for us? Is that the rumor?
Yes, an acoustic.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
We do that now.
So, yeah, if you guys want to.
Let's do it. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
She's not crying.
So what song are we gonna hear today, guys?
An unreleased song called Spiral. Wait,
Called Spiral. Oh wow, we're hearing an unreleased one. That's great.
takes a sec.
Oh, let me change the mode on this too.
So is this from the quarantine sessions, if you will?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Perfect. Oh my God. Well, thank you guys. I mean, this is a treat that you're, on release on the show. Thank you.
Of course, thank you. There's no evidence except the pictures in my head. It might not make sense, but what's the real difference? Scaring myself alright. Is it coincidence? You're hanging out alright while I'm on the other side. I get dragged and spiraling before bringing it up. Afraid of what might come out. Just tell me where you've been. Scaring myself alright. Is it coincidence? You're hanging out alright while I'm on the other side. Scaring myself alright. Is it coincidence? You're hanging out alright while I'm on the other side.
Oof. Oh my God, guys, you guys are rocking and rolling. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it, guys. Wow. And just to talk about the lyrics of that song, you guys, I feel like it's like an evolution, but at the same time similar to Ginger, right? In the sense, you got the social anxiety, a little of the angst. Am I wrong in that?
No,
No, no.
You're right.
You're right. Totally.
Oh man, and I gotta tell you guys, your lyrics are spot on. Whether you're talking about Mary, Say It, or what, or this one, because maybe you had like the youth in mind and what you guys are going through, but I feel like with what's happened in the world this year, I feel like everyone kind of like connect to this anxiety and these struggles and this, wanting to overcome all this stuff, man. So you guys are onto something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Helena, Mikaela, Stella, you guys are a rocket ship about to blast off, and we are just honored to have you guys. You came high. I mean, big things are gonna come for you guys. So just keep doing what you're doing, keep being awesome, because when the world opens back up, you guys are gonna rock arenas all around. So congratulations, guys.
For having
so
us.
much.
We're so psyched
Absolutely.
on your show.
Yeah, this is
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you have a fan in South Florida, and we'll catch you down the road sometime.
Yay. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys. Take care.
Take care.